Coach, if you can just start with possible lineup changes, who your starting goaltender will be tonight.
It will be Hammond. The rest of the crew will be the same.
Okay. What have you seen from Andrew to get him the start here today?
Well, first of all, we got him practices with our goalie coach. We got him quite a bit of on-ice stuff, practices with our team, 2 periods basically with in the game in Anaheim. He looked good there. So, he got game, he got practices, he got, mindset right back on track. And so I think it's time.
Was yesterday's game best described as workmanlike?
Yeah, I think yesterday was a real team effort. We look at the video after, and our players are really dedicated to having numbers back and back checking and still being on top of them in the offensive zone. But the minute we didn't get the puck, like when we see that, we know our players are dedicated. We see guys blocking shots in the D zone and making sure that we insulate our goaltender. What I liked yesterday is we had been talking about taking care of the back door. Like boxing out is one thing around our net, but the back door has hurt us a little bit in the previous 3-4 games, and we wanted to take care of that, and we did. We saved 3 goals because our guy they took care of the back door, and I mean that's dedication, and that's why we won the game. Our players are really dedicated to have a pack mentality defense, and we were still have a shooting mentality, hard offense going at them. So I think we had both yesterday.
What are you expecting from Hammond? It's been a long time between NHL starts for him.
Yeah, but to me, a start or 2 periods in Anaheim, it's the same. That's why it was important for me to put him the last time in the 2 periods. And like I said, the reality was I saw where our team was going. It was going nowhere. And that's when, there's times where a coach, you got to push and, fight against all odds, but that wasn't one of those days. I knew it, and so that's why I pulled Condon out. And I said at the same time, this is a moment to put him in. This is where he gets his NHL ice, and he did. So I think everything is pointing towards him playing today. So I'm very comfortable with it.
But Condon needs a break too, right? You
Yes.
can't just keep putting him out there.
He's
faced a lot.
He's faced a lot. He's had the trip, and he's basically playing a number 1 role right now because our number 1 guy's not there, and number 1s need breaks, so he needs a break, and he's played really 2 really good games, so just keep him in the right frame of mind, and Hammy's ready. He's in a really good frame of mind. He's worked really hard, and so I think this is. It was a no-brainer, but I didn't want to say it yesterday because I wanted to see how the game went and wanted to have good talks with my goalie coach and wanted to make sure we're doing the right thing. Because let's say yesterday, Condon, faces 12 shots and we get a shutout. After a guy gets a shutout, sometimes, you got to reconsider and maybe put him back in there. And that's why we didn't want to say, okay, it's Hammond, because it could have changed. Not because we didn't want to put Hammond, but because if the other one has that amazing game with no shots, you got to reconsider. So that's why I always keep it open.
Is there any timetable on Craig or any? I mean, clearly, like we're not
No.
probably not going to see him before Christmas. Is there any timetable for after Christmas?
Listen, I'm keeping it open for any time, but right now it doesn't look like before Christmas is going to be the target. No.
Derek Brassard talked about the mentality being a key going into tonight's game, the second of back-to-backs, and almost likening it to what happened against the Rangers when you were here against New York, slowing things down. I don't want to say dumbing it down, but just playing a simple game.
Yeah, we have to play a simple, patient game. That's clear. I mean, I'd love to come out and charge, but the reality is we've tried that against Anaheim, and it didn't look very good. You got to be aware of your energy level because in the end, everything relies on that. And I think we got energy, but we don't have stupid energy. We don't have, charge 5 guys energy. We're going to overwhelm the opponent. That's not going to happen. First of all, they're home. We've traveled. So every bit of energy, we got to keep it so that we're able to sustain a 60-minute game, but a 60-minute game where we're smart, patient, have numbers back, make the turnovers, and not us hoping for, breakaways because we're cheating. If we're doing that, we're done because that's a stretch team. That team stretches. 2 guys are gone, 3 guys are gone. and we know that's difficult to play against. So we want to rely on the turnovers we're going to create because we're going to be there defensively.
Did your own bench management go as planned from yesterday's game in terms of ice time, shift length?
Yeah, everything. I think we've
Good.
managed it the way we wanted to, so we got lucky there. We weren't trailing from behind, basically wearing our guys out. We didn't have to do that, so that was really good. Also think that we had a good shooting mentality. Is what we have to become. Every team in the NHL that's good, whether it's Pittsburgh, and they've all got that shooting mentality, and that's something we have to work on because this team does not. It did not. It has a more of a mentality of let's look at option B and C, and then after maybe we get a plan. And it has to come from shooting mentality first, creates chaos, then some plays are there, not the opposite. It's as we move along here, there's less and less space in the NHL. There's less and less plays available. You got to be an expert at the no space game, and out of the no space game comes a little bit of space. So we have to become that. We're on our way, but we're not there yet. That's one thing we need to improve.
So how do you inject that? Is that just ongoing teaching and kind of installation along the way?
Teaching, it's a brainwash. It's it's practicing it. It's showing the effects of it. Showing the top teams doing it. Like when you play Pittsburgh, I think it shocked our guys. Because you think Crosby and Malkin, they're tic-tac-toeing. That's not what's happening. Like these guys are. I mean, since last Christmas, you watch Crosby, man. The puck's going to the net. If he doesn't have it, he's at the net. I didn't check the last after his 18th goal, but his first 18 goals are all around the net, inside the dots, every single one of them. So it's that crash in the net, that inside mentality, that forcing mentality that we're slowly developing, but we're not there yet. But we're better. We're scoring more 5-on-5. Our power play is the same. The problems we had in the first year of the power play are the same as the 5-on-5. It's a lot of perimeter stuff. It's a lot of tic-tac-toe going around and until the play dies and we end up with no drive at the net. That's where we've improved. Really, you look at the first year of the year, we were hoping to get PK and power play to improve on not being last or almost like it was at the end of the year. And we're hoping then in the second tier where we're in right now, where we get the middle of the year, we're somewhere between 10 and 20, which we are. And then we're hoping by the third tier of the year that we're able to climb somewhere in the top 10 for both. But it's a process. It really is.
You coached Tavares, I think,
Yeah.
in Ottawa at the World Juniors. Right?
Yeah, I coached him 3 times.
Yeah,
Under
and what do you
18,
think
under
of him,
under
like-
18, under 20 in the worlds, men's worlds. Yeah.
What do you think of him?
Oh, I love this guy. This guy is probably from the time when I had him at the under 18 to the time that he was under 20, and then at the Worlds with the men. There's a total transformation of this guy. You say, what? Yeah, because he wasn't fast. He wasn't great defensively. And he became a total two-way player, just powerful and fast within just a few years. Like, it's one of the most impressive development, you say, of a star. You go, what? Yeah, because, you look at him at 18 and you look at him at 22, like, unbelievable. Like, this guy, for me, is one of the ultimate two-way players in the game. And it was great to coach. He was so receptive. And I really wish this guy the best, except for today.
Do you like Casey Bailey's game, Hassan?
Oh, I liked it a lot. I'll be honest with you. Yes, I did, because he came up and did everything right. He skated. He didn't bail out physically. Is the opposite. He was in the right places defensively and offensively. He had a shooting mentality. I really loved this game yesterday. I really did. So hopefully he has another one of those today, because when you have a guy that comes up and you can have confidence in him, logging some minutes as a call-up, I mean, that's luxury, and I loved it.